What's up, y'all? This twin, twin from the creek or whatever, or Stayway. I'm I'm originally from Stayway. That's where I was born and raised at, but I did come of age when on a creek. So I know I told y'all that I was gonna give y'all um part two of the two gun T, um, and I was gonna tell y'all like what happened, after she was killed or whatever. But I'm gonna say that for another video. I'm gonna give y'all a story, of this lady named Mariah. Now I can say Mariah name because Mariah is no longer with us. She is dead and gone. Now I know y'all probably thinking it's a drill video, things like that, but nah, this video is domestic violence awareness. Um, I want to say this to all the ladies that's in a domestic violent relationship, baby, it ain't worth it. Get out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like Mariah and the other ladies that fell victim to domestic violence. Um, that man, he'll never change, sweetheart. It don't matter how many times he beg you to come back, he cry. Um, that man would never change. Don't fall for that, because it's only gonna get worse and worse. And I know a lot of ladies that went through this, and some of these ladies not here no more. Um, I know ladies that's in jail. They facing a lot of time because they had to defend themselves against a man. And you know what I'm saying? The man was beating on them, and they said enough is enough, and they end up killing the dude or really hurting him. But sweetheart, it ain't worth it. It's so much to life. So many men out here that truly love you, won't put his hands on you, won't talk crazy to you like that. Like, it's so many men out here that that'll treat you right. Don't ever think that's it. You know what I'm saying? Don't never think dude is it, because he's not. He's a loser. For real, for real. He really a loser, and he like picking on the weak. You know what I'm saying? I hate a motherfucker that like, picking on the weak. I hate motherfuckers that do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Preying on the weak and shit. Like, that's what guys like them do. They like to prey on the weak. They like to isolate you from your family, your friends, because he don't want motherfuckers to know what he's doing to you, and he don't want motherfuckers to intervene and stop it. You know what I'm saying? Them guys like that, they really cowards. I'm gonna tell you the truth. They really cowards because they get locked up and turn bitch. A lot of they ass do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas, y'all, y'all might think these niggas really crash outs, but they pick the right person to crash out on, and that's you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying ain't no man that's getting abused. To all the men, if y'all getting abused, get out of that shit. Get out of that. Even though you probably physically stronger than this woman and you don't want to really hurt her, but get out, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Don't let no woman put her hands on you. So I know it's guys that's out there that this happened to them too, but it's not common like how it is with women. Um, Now this girl Mariah, I think she was black, but she was mixed. I think she had been some Hispanic, but she was like probably like Puerto Rican or Mexican or something like that. The finest lady, man, that lady was fine as hell. She was a pretty woman. She was very pretty. She didn't have no kids, and she had an apartment on our blocks or whatever, one of our blocks. Now, y'all think, okay, Mariah fine as hell, and a lot of guys like her, that she'll be stuck up. No, this is one of the goodest person. Like, she was very nice, you know what I'm saying? She would give you the shirt off her back, you know what I'm saying? I done seen her give this little girl on our block that she, you know what I'm saying, that didn't have a lot. I seen her give this girl like all her shoes, and I ain't seeing like her shoes was beat up or nothing. No, name brand shoes, real life. You know what I'm saying? Giving this girl clothes that she only wore like one time. You feel me? That's how nice she was. She's also one of them nice ladies that used to give us water, juice, because we used to be hooping. You know what I'm saying? We in the alley hooping in one of the guys' alleys and whatever that had a hoop. And we used to be hooping, and she used to come back there with like water, like juice. You know what I'm saying? It used to be hot as hell outside, so she was one of them ladies, you know what I'm saying? She used to come through the block, speak to our older guys, and you know what I'm saying, speak to us. And she was very nice. Now, I was one of the kids that didn't have a lot, and I used to have to do little jobs to attain a couple of dollars in my pocket. So she used to let me rake her yard, take out her garbage, help her with the groceries, help her with her laundry to take upstairs or whatever. And she used to give me money. One time this lady gave me $50 for raking her yard or whatever. And I had, you know, I used that to go to my homecoming. You feel me? $50 was a lot back in the time when I was in high school. So yeah, I ended up buying me a shirt or whatever, and I ended up going to my homecoming. But this lady was very nice, you know what I'm saying? She used to, she wasn't stuck up. She didn't think she was too good for nobody or none of that. It's just, she, you know, she wanted her a man that's, you know, on his shit. She didn't want no hood nigga. Like, she, like, nah, I don't want no hood nigga. She wanted a nigga that's on his shit, a 9-to-5 guy, a good guy. So she would meet a guy. She would meet this man, and like I said, she used to come to our block, speak every time, you know, walk past and speak and stuff like that. And she met a guy, and she brung him through, you know what I'm saying? She was walking home from the store, and she brung him through. When I first seen this man, I had a bad feeling about him. And they say kids have better judgment in people than adults do. So if you ever bring a man or a woman around your child, and your child be standoffish and don't want to say nothing to that person or try to avoid that person and all, is because that kid sensed something in that person. I think God bless kids with that type of, you know, that type of sense, because, you know, kids are better judgments. So I'm looking at dude, and I had a bad vibe about him. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? It starts off as like he's pretending to be this good guy. And that's what a lot of abusers do. They pretend to be this person, you feel me, to make you fall for them. They put that gentleman, want to pull your seat up, lay out his jacket so you won't step in a puddle. You know, guys like that hold the door for you. So they start off like that. That's how most abusers start off. And most abusers, I'm going to tell you, they go after women like her. You know, a woman that's on her own, got her own. She ain't got no kids. She ain't, you know, she ain't got like no brothers and nothing like that. Because I believe Mariah was the only child. So these the type of these guys target. Now, she might got family and stuff, but what abusers do, they manipulators too. So they might, you know, try to isolate you from your family and your friends or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, keep you away from them. So, cause he don't want them to see who he really is. You feel me? He don't want them to see who he is. So he tried his best to try to manipulate you, gaslight you into just being around him and him only. But yeah, I would get this bad vibe about dude. I'm like, dude, that's something wrong with dude. Dude, that ain't right. Because when she talking to the guys, he got this stale look on his face, like man, come on, man. And it was like an impatient look, and you like, man, dude, this is what she normally do. You know, she come through the block, she speaking. You know what I'm saying? She one of them ladies. She cool. She telling us when the police finna hit this bitch. Like, she's a cool lady. Like, this lady, like I said, it's cold as hell outside. She letting us in her hallway to warm up. You feel me? She one of them type of ladies. You feel me? Like, you know, some neighbors want to kick you out their hallway. She ain't kicking you out her hallway. She gonna let you warm up. You feel me? So, dude would, you know, eventually she'll leave with dude or whatever. And I would tell you, like, I seen the lady like 2 more times, but then I stopped seeing her. Like, we stopped, you know what I'm saying? Me and the guys and us, we stopped seeing her a lot. And we like, this not normal. This not her. You feel me? Usually we'll see her come through. When we'll go in her hallway, she ain't come out the she ain't used to come out the house to check and see if it's us. She didn't go to the laundromat like that no more. I ain't used to see her go to the store, none of that stuff. So I just kind of found that it was odd. And I told my guys, like, man, damn, I don't be seeing this lady. It came to a point where I thought this lady moved, but she didn't. So we would see her like a couple of days after that, and I speak to her, and she spoke back, but she had her head down. I'm like, what she got her head down for? You feel me? I'm like, man, she just not being herself. And I'm like, man, I hope this man ain't up there doing shit to her. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, this not her. But it'll be like that all the time. So when you see her, you always seen him. He was like, if you seen her at a store, he was there. And you know how sometimes when you go to a store with your girl, you might be in this aisle, she might be in this aisle looking for stuff. No, he on her like her motherfucking P.O. Like, he was like, this girl is on real house arrest. Like, he was like her band. You know what I'm saying? That's how, like, close he was on her. And he did not want nobody talking to her. It came to a point where he used to answer for her. Like, a motherfucker asked her, like, how your day going? And she'll want to say, my day good. He'll be like, oh, we good. He won't say she good, but he'll say we. You feel me? But low key, he's speaking for her. And motherfucker be like, dude, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. You feel me? That's how motherfuckers looking at it. But, you know, motherfuckers will shove it off or whatever, and they'll go their way or whatever. And it came to a point. So one time I was out and I had needed some money because I wanted to go to this party or whatever. I had wanted to go to this party or whatever. Excuse me, I was just trying to see who was that. I wanted to go to this party or whatever. So, I would see her. So, you know, I see her and whatever. So, I had wanted to make a couple of dollars. So I walked up to her. I'm like, you need me to take out the trash? You need me to, you know, help rake the yard or whatever? And she was like, yes. You know, she told me yes. So I would end up raking her yard or whatever for, because I'm just trying to make a couple of dollars or whatever. So her neighbor Now her neighbor say, "Oh, you raping your yard and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah." I tell her like, if you need me to do something, I can, I take out your trash. Like I could do, I could do a couple things for you too. And she said, "Okay, yeah, I need you to take out this trash." She like, "Do you mind running to the stove for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll run to the stove for you too." I like, just make your list. You feel me? And she said, "Okay." And she like, I'll give you a couple of dollars for that. I said, "Okay." So I would be done raking the yard or whatever, but I ain't go to the lady house or whatever. I ain't go to her house and until I was done. I had wanted to run to the store for this lady and take out her trash so I can make, some money. So I did that. You know what I'm saying? She said, she like, "Oh, you raking the yard for her upstairs?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh man." And she gave me that look. I'm like, "What you giving me that look for?" She like, "Man," she said, "all I've been hearing is yelling and arguing and bamming up there." And I'm like, "Huh?" Now, mind you, I'm 13, 14 years old at this time. Like, yeah, like 14, 15. I'm not 13. I'm like 14, 15. So now because I'm at that age where I understand. Being in the streets, you understand shit like that because you seen it. So she tell me, yeah. She said, all I hear is every day. She said, man, every day, arguing, bamming, and things like that, yelling and shit. So I tell the lady, I'm like, "How come you never called the police?" And she like, shit. I mind my business. I understand. You feel me? I kind of understand her because she only lady in this house. So if she do that, she don't want to bring attention to herself or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I get that detailed and like, all right, man. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna see what's to that because I really like this lady. So I end up going to the store for her and, bringing her things, and I end up going upstairs to the lady and telling her like, "Hey, I'm done raking the yard." And she, she came to the door. She came to the door. His bitch ass came to the door. He like, "Hey, he like, this the last time you gonna come here doing stuff for my girl. I got it. I'm gonna rake the yard. I'm gonna take the trash out. I'm gonna do all that stuff for her." So I'm looking at dude like, "Dude, who the fuck is you?" I'm like, "Who the fuck?" I'm looking on you. I ain't say it, but I'm looking at him like, "Dude, who the fuck is you to stop anything?" You feel me? So she, you know what I'm saying? She ain't say nothing. She just went in her purse, gave me the couple of dollars or whatever. She gave me the couple of dollars or whatever. So I ended up taking the money. So I would tell my guys though, I'm like, "Bro, something ain't right with dude." I'm telling the guys like, "Man, yeah, something ain't right with him." You know what I'm saying? Dude, he weird or whatever. And my guys, at first they want to take it serious, but then, one of my other guys, they like, "Man, I've been seeing that shit, bro." He like, "Man, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro." He said, I seen dude push her through the door before. I said, "You seen what?" I'm like, "And you ain't say nothing, G?" I'm staying out of it. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Just a little pause, man. If y'all see that shit, fuck that. I'ma mind my business, man. Fuck that, man. Y'all better help that person, man. Especially if y'all cool with it. Now, I see if y'all don't know this lady or whatever, or that man. But if y'all know that person, and that person almost like a friend or a family member, and you see some shit like that, man, you better step up, man. Be a man, bro. Any nigga that do that shit, step up, man. Don't let no clown shit like that happen. Because 9 out of 10, dude that's really scary. He won't do that to a nigga. And I'm finna tell y'all. So we said, okay. So one day, now, once you start helping a motherfucker, they expect you to help them all the time. So here come the lady with the that sent me to the store. So she would see me. The lady would see me and she like, "Can you come here?" And I come. And she like, "Hey, can you run to the store, take a garbage out," something like that for her. So This time, she tell me to take out a garbage for her. So I take out the garbage or whatever, and I hear it. You feel me? I hear it. I hurry up, put the motherfucking trash in the garbage, and I go back to the lady. She give me the couple of dollars, and I hear it. She like, you hear that? And I hear it. I hear dude loud as hell. I hear him. I hear the bumping. Now I don't hear the fist punching, none of that, but I hear the fighting, and I hear her say, "Please stop hitting me." So I say, "Hold on, what the fuck?" So I tell the lady, I say, hold on. I'm finna go, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go to the block, and I'm finna go get the guys or whatever. Because as a gangster, you can't call the police. We can't call the police because folks in them will look you like, nah, we don't play police games. You know, like a civilian, now a civilian can call the police if they hear some shit like that. But gang members, like gangsters, we can't do that. We can't, like, no, we finna get on the phone and call the police. I can't do that. So I gotta go on the block and go get the guys or whatever. So I go on the block looking for the guys the whole time. The guys went out there. It was like a fall. So sometimes the guys be out there, sometimes they don't. So I would go home. I did end up going home. So I tell my twin brother, cause I'm a twin, I told my twin brother what's going on. And, you know, we mad, motherfuckers mad, like we out there tomorrow. So I tell some of my guys or whatever, like I tell the guys, like, what's going on? So folks in them, they, man, you know what, man, we finna get dude ass the fuck on. You feel me? So we like, how we gonna get dude out the house? Because you know, we don't see them like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but we want dude gone today. We want him gone today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to wait. So I said, you know what? I came up with an idea. So I'm like, you know what? I said, I'm gonna go knock on the door and I'm gonna ask her, I'm gonna tell her, like, the tow people out here for trying to tow her car or something like that. I think I was gonna make up a lie to get her outside, because I know if I get her outside, he's gonna come out. You feel me? Because that's, like I said, dude, like a probation officer. He on her like that. So that's what I did. I say, I tell her, like, hey, they trying to tow your car. So she, what? So she go downstairs or whatever. Whole time, ain't nobody trying to tow her car. So shoulder shit stink. Dude come down there too. And that's what we wanted him to do. He came out the gate. Boy, ain't nobody, you feel me? And I see the bruise on her face and her arms. I see it. And that what made us way more madder. That what made us real mad. So we rushed dude. It wasn't no talking. We rushed him. You know what I'm saying? We own him. Boop, boop, put him through on his ass. So we beat him. You know what I'm saying? Beat his ass. So, man, we beat him. So I think, you know, her mama was on the way. So her mama pulled up. Now her mama seeing us beat the shit out of dude. We beating him. Now was she trying to help dude? Yeah, but you could tell she wanted this shit to happen to him. Like, she would stop, but she wasn't trying to push us off him, none of that shit. I felt like she wanted this to happen to dude. So we get on dude's ass, beat him, boom. So her mama, Mariah mama pull up. Her mama get that, what's going on? We tell her, this man been beating your child. And the mom was like, I knew something was wrong. She like, you ain't been answering my phone calls. You ain't been, you know what I'm saying? You ain't been coming over to the house. She like, I knew something was wrong. So we get off dude's ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we tell Mariah, we say, Mariah, go get his shit. He ain't coming back up there. We letting dude know, like, dude, you not welcome back over here no more. This our block. Ooh, so dude, he looking at Mariah like, he bloody, knotted up. Man, you gonna let this happen? We like, yeah, she gonna let it happen. What you gonna do? We telling her, go get his shit. She obliged. She go get his shit. And she bring him his shit or whatever. This what we doing? You gonna let them do this to me? Man, I don't want them to do this to you. She said that shit. I looked at her ass like, yeah, bitch. Well, yes, you do. So we got dude ass the fuck on. So after we got dude on, got him the fuck on. It'll be some months. Now she's back to herself. She thanked us. She like, thank y'all for getting me out that situation. And now she back being herself. So, shit. She ended up. I think it became weird because we stopped seeing her, and it was back to what it was when she was dealing with dude. So my man was like, she done snuck dude back over here. Dude back in that house. And yes, we found out dude was back. I don't know how he wiggled his way back, but he did. And we was about to go get him again, but some of our guys, they like, no, man, her ass want him to stay out of that shit. And me, because I grew to like real life care about this lady, I didn't want to do that, but Big Jen don't say like, man, I'll stay out of that shit now. She won't do that. So it'll be the same thing, man. We were seeing less and less of her. It was the same shit till we start seeing her completely. I wasn't going up to her house knocking on her door to rake the yard or help her anymore. I still was helping the lady downstairs from her a little bit, but even the lady downstairs said she ain't been hearing nothing up there. So I'm like, okay, nobody ain't been, nobody been hearing anything. So this what made it kind of weird because her mother would come and her mother would say she ain't heard from her daughter or seen her daughter in 2-3 months. And we ain't seen her 2-3 months. She was like, her mom was like, she's scared for her. And I'm like, yeah, we scared for her too. But shit, we can't help her if she don't want to be helped. So it came to this point where her mama was coming over all the time looking for her daughter, knocking on her daughter's door, but when nobody answered. So I think like a couple of days passed by and I went in the hallway, I went into the hallway or whatever because it was raining, and I got it was this odd feeling and it was this bad smell, and I'm like, damn, it smelled bad in this motherfucker. Me not knowing that is a decomposing body, and I ain't know that shit. So the lady that I usually help downstairs from her, I was like, can you smell that? She's like, yeah, cause she getting to smell it in her house. When she come to her front door, she smell it. It gets worse. So she was like, I'm gonna call the police. And she ended up calling the police. She had the girl Mariah's mother's number. So what she did was she called Mariah's mama and told her she called the police. And they're gonna do a welfare check on her daughter to see if she up there. The mama comes over. Now her whole family come over. So they came over and they got into the house, the apartment, and they pronounced her. The woman was dead for I think she been dead for 7-8 days. Autopsy said she was strangled. So dude beat her bad and he ended up strangling her to death. So everybody know who did it, so they was looking for dude. Shit, my guys and us was looking for him, but we weren't looking to lock him up. We was looking to put his ass under. We want, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't play police games. So we was looking to put his ass under. So me like, man, y'all better find that nigga before we do. 3 days later, they would find him. And they locked him up. And, you know, dude is now serving life without. That's what her mama told us. Her mama told us, like, yeah, dude is serving life without. She lost her daughter to domestic violence. And this is why I say to y'all ladies, get out, man. Don't be like Mariah. Because Mariah, she had a way out. She was protected by us. You know, we wasn't gonna let dude, you know, hurt her. But I guess the love she had for him was way stronger than that. I did end up going to her funeral, and she had a big family. But her family didn't know this was going on with her. Cause dude isolated her. Like, real life isolated her. And she had some gangsters in her motherfucking family that would have handled dude ass. If she would have had opened her mouth, she had some cousins that's gangsters that would have handled dude ass. But she didn't. I'm just doing this domestic awareness segment. Yeah, it's tough. But ladies, man, it ain't worth it. All that lovey-dovey shit, always having to have somebody, it's not worth it. It's better you be by yourself and safe. Thank God Mariah didn't have no kids, because her kids probably would have witnessed this. And he fuck around would have killed her kids. So, but she didn't have no kids. Mariah would die at the age of 28. That's very young. Yeah, it was senseless, and it was one of the hardest things that I had to witness. But like I said, man, get out while you can. I'm gonna give y'all part 2 on Two Gun T tomorrow, cause it got real hectic over there. You know, she was very loved. Two Gun T was loved. So I'm gonna go on ahead, cut this one out, y'all. Thank y'all.